Ancient Rome was no stranger to cruelty, madness, and scandals. We all know about Caligula's insanity and Nero's burning of the city. But there is one name that the Roman Senate tried to erase from history forever. A name that became a universal synonym for ultimate depravity, manipulation, and insatiable. Valeria Messalina, the third wife of Emperor Claudius. She became the empress of the world's greatest empire at just 20 years old. To the public, she was the mother of the empire's heirs. But behind closed doors, she ran a shadow court of terror, executed anyone who dared to cross her, and allegedly lived a secret double life in the darkest alleys of Rome, disguising herself to visit places of ill repute just for the thrill of it. Did she really challenge Rome's most famous courtesan to a bizarre 24-hour endurance contest? And what was the ultimate bloody mistake that forced her own husband to order her execution? Today, we take a look inside the madness of the Roman court. The truth about Messalina is far wilder than any fiction. Watch until the end, because her final hour is a masterclass in historical drama. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's dive into ancient Rome. To understand how Messalina became a monster, we have to look at the man she married. In the year 38 AD, Valeria Messalina was a beautiful, aristocratic girl from a powerful Roman family. She was around 15 or 16 years old when her family forced her to marry a man nearly 30 years her senior. His name was Claudius. And in Rome, Claudius was a laughingstock. He limped, he stuttered, his head shook involuntarily, and his own mother called him a monster that nature had started but never finished. The royal family kept him hidden away, thinking he was an idiot. Messalina loathed him. But everything changed in 41 AD. The tyrannical Emperor Caligula was brutally assassinated by his own guards. In the chaos, the Praetorian Guard found Claudius hiding behind a curtain in the palace, trembling with fear. Instead of killing him, they dragged him out and proclaimed him the new Emperor of Rome. Overnight, the mocked, stuttering Claudius became the absolute ruler of the Mediterranean world. And beside him stood his teenage wife, Valeria Messalina. She was now the Empress of Rome, and she quickly realized that her husband was easily manipulated. Messalina was young, but she possessed a terrifying genius for political survival. She knew that in Rome, if you don't destroy your enemies, they will destroy you. She used Claudius's paranoia to her absolute advantage. Whenever a senator, a general, or even a member of the royal family displeased her, or simply possessed wealth she wanted to steal, Messalina would whisper in the emperor's ear. She would fabricate stories of fake plots, assassinations, and treason. Claudius, terrified of being assassinated like Caligula, believed her every word. Dozens of Roman elites were executed or forced to commit suicide based entirely on Messalina's lies. She eliminated Caligula's sisters, powerful senators, and anyone who refused to become her lover. The imperial palace became a house of whispers and death, where the empress ruled through absolute fear. But it wasn't just her cruelty that shocked Roman historians. It was her insatiable desires. According to ancient writers like Pliny and Juvenal, Messalina grew bored of the palace. She wanted a different kind of power. Rumor has it that at night, the Empress of Rome donned a blonde wig, covered her face, and slipped undetected from the palace into the Subura, Rome's most dangerous, crime-ridden slum. There, she spent her nights under the assumed name Lycisca, meaning she-wolf, in Rome's most notorious establishment. Rumor has it that she challenged the city's finest courtesan to a legendary 24-hour endurance contest. Her rival reportedly gave up after 25 contestants, completely exhausted. But Messalina reportedly continued until dawn, remaining undefeated. Now, modern historians warn us, many of these stories were written years after her death by her political enemies to destroy her reputation. But true or not, these stories show just how much Rome feared and despised the power this young woman held over the emperor.
For years, Claudius remained completely oblivious. He was busy conquering Britain and managing the empire, leaving Rome in the hands of his wife. But Messalina's arrogance eventually blinded her. She thought she was untouchable, and in 48 AD, she made a fatal mistake. She fell deeply in love with Rome's most handsome senator, a man named Gaius Silius. But Silius wanted the throne. Together, they hatched a wild, borderline insane plot. While Emperor Claudius was away from Rome visiting the port city of Ostia, Messalina and Gaius Silius threw a massive public wedding ceremony. Yes, while still married to the emperor, the empress legally married another man in front of Rome's high society.
I'm afraid.
Why did she do it? Historians believe it was a coup d'etat. They planned to declare Claudius deposed, make Silius the new emperor, and protect Messalina's son, Britannicus.
Tonight,
They thought the city would support them. They were wrong.
When Claudius's chief advisor, a freed slave named Narcissus, found out, he was horrified. He rushed to the emperor and told him the truth. Your wife has married another man. If you do not act right now, Silius controls Rome. Claudius panicked, realizing he was about to lose his life and his crown. He ordered the Praetorian Guard to arrest everyone involved. Gaius Silius and dozens of Messalina's followers were rounded up and executed on the spot. Messalina fled to the gardens of Lucullus. She realized the game was over. She tried to send her children to beg Claudius for mercy, knowing her husband's weak heart might forgive her. But Narcissus knew how weak Claudius was. Before the emperor could change his mind, Narcissus secretly ordered a tribune to go to the gardens and kill Messalina immediately. When the soldiers broke into the gardens, they found Messalina weeping, with her mother beside her. Her mother handed her a dagger and said, "Your life is over. All that is left is a noble death." Messalina tried to stab herself in the throat, but her hand trembled with fear. Seeing her hesitation, the Roman tribune stepped forward and drove his sword straight through her chest. She was only about 23 years old. The news was brought to Emperor Claudius while he was at dinner. The texts say he didn't even ask how she died. He simply asked for another cup of wine
and never spoke her name again. The Roman Senate ordered a damnatio memoriae. They smashed her statues, chiseled her name off public buildings, and tried to erase her from existence. But they failed, because 2,000 years later, her name lives on as the most scandalous empress in human history.
Was Messalina truly a monster of depravity, or was she just a pawn in the deadly game of Roman politics? Let me know in the comments below. If you loved this deep dive into Rome's darkest secrets, leave a like, subscribe, and check out our other videos right here. See you next time.